what you bring.
Every conversation.
What's poppin', man? It's Big Sam in the building, Sammie, baby, that is, man. And right now we locked in and loaded with Reality Table podcast. And we live at the Donna Mediterranean Restaurant, ATL Georgia.
Hey, it's Big Legs. We back here at the Donna the Restaurant, Marietta. Tapped in for the Reality Table. We got some special guests today, man. Tap in, let's go.
What's going on, family? We are back in the building with another episode of the Reality Table. Now listen, myself and my beautiful host,
Sexy
Lexi, Big Lex, for those of y'all who don't know. Lex, I'm excited because we have some very powerful people here today. We got my brother, Javaris Crittenton, Miss Shyneka, what's up, beloved? And then my brother, the young lion, Sammie, man. What's up, bro?
What's happening, King?
Can y'all, real quick, tell us a little bit about y'all background, just real quick, who you are, so for the people that don't know y'all in this world.
Javaris Crittenton from Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised. I went to Georgia Tech. Got drafted by the Lakers in 2007. Played for a couple of NBA teams. You know, just working on some entrepreneurial stuff right now.
Yes, sir.
I'm an athlete.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
All right.
Ladies, yep, go ahead, ladies. Ladies first.
All right, I'm Miss Shyneka. I have been in radio and television for the past 25 years. I just counted the other day. Wow. And now I am creating a avenue for myself where I'm flipping houses and getting into the financial aspect of things.
And national recording artist Sammie. Been doing it professionally since I was 12 years old. Kiss me through the phone, I like it. Used to be my girl, come with me, next breath for Tank, et cetera, et cetera. And now tapping into my entrepreneur realm also. Co-owner of Crew, Camp Creek, if you're on the south side. Simply Naked Candles Co. for all my candle lovers. And yeah, diversifying the portfolio.
Love, bro. Listen, so we just gonna jump right into it, man. We all know everything that's going on with dating. We're gonna use that one second. But this first one I wanna come to is about people's being called versus being chosen. So the question is, are you called or are you just addicted to being chosen? The subtopic to that is, when being picked, does it validate your worth? And the next one is career, hunger versus divine alignment. And the last one is God's assignment versus public approval. Now, I know I gave y'all a lot, so if you want me to read it over, we can do that. So
and pick one from what he said that resonates with you.
So the first topic, are you called or are you just addicted to being chosen? What do you think about? What do y'all think about that?
I'm gonna go call. Because God gives us free will and we have the option to answer the call or not. I'm not here to be validated by anybody, because I know that I come from a creator, my Elohim. And though the gift of song has been granted to me, I never did it for the applause. I always did it to touch the people, touch and change lives, and to bask in my purpose. I think purpose and passion gets misconstrued. Passion is my music, but my purpose is to spread godliness everywhere I go, which is ultimately love and bringing souls to Christ. And I've answered that call. And I think that's why I'm never happy with the applause. I thought that I wanted to be back in arenas in front of 20,000 people with my name on display, and I've garnered that attention, and it still doesn't fulfill me. But that one person that told me I stopped them from committing suicide, or I saved their marriage, or I helped them get through a heartbreak, or one of my records was the apology that the ex never gave them, giving me more sense of purpose and reality. So I think that I'm called over being just, quote unquote, the chosen one.
Anybody else?
That's powerful.
I'll piggyback off of what Sammie is saying. I was inspired to be in media by Monica Kaufman at a very young age. I love the fact that she was a Black woman that I could, see that looked like me and my people. And it just drew me into her story. Now, I did cheat the system a little bit because I was like, I don't feel like doing all them extra years of school, and ended up getting an internship at a radio station. But the purpose for me has never been like a selfish purpose. Like, it wasn't because I wanted to be around celebrities because I mean, I can hang around with anybody I want to, but I really choose not to. My purpose and why I feel like I was chosen is because I've been able to change so many people's lives around me. And when it's all said and done, I feel like that is what I will be remembered for. People are always reminding me when I stepped in and paid for a service for them, like 15 years ago. I'm like, I did. Oh, well, we must have had a great encounter. But my biggest heartfelt moment may have been 2 or 3 days ago. My oldest assistant, who I started, I seen that she was just really serious about life and took her under my wing. And so now we do projects and events and things together. And she's recently married. And I arrived to her new house to deliver. I did a surprise baby shower for one of my coworkers last week. And I brought this stuff back to her house and I pulled up and I was like, oh my God, look at her house was like a mansion in a estates. And she was just like, thank you for everything that you've done. And I was just like, wow, I felt so fulfilled because, this is somebody that was under my wing. So that's my, latest. But to be able to give people, young people, what I felt like I didn't get coming up from people that look like me is why I feel like I was chosen.
I love the perspective.
I'm gonna go with called over chosen because I feel like when you're chosen, you're only chosen for a specific amount of time, and it's chosen from a human standpoint. So as an entertainer, as an artist, as an athlete, you're only chosen for, whatever that 15 years, 4 years, however long your career is, however many contracts you get, and then the people can forget about you. But, when you're chosen, you're called by God to do what you were put on this earth to do. And I feel like for me, I had to go through some things with life after basketball to really walk into my purpose. Mentoring the youth, work with a mentoring program called Next Level Boys Academy. And the program basically, it's a diversion program. So if a kid get in trouble, instead of the judge sentencing them or sending them to prison, they'll send them to the program. And they have to go to the program for a year, 2 years, 6 months, whatever it is. And, we create relationships with these young men and their parents. And it's life-changing. Like you said, you might stop somebody from committing suicide. You might be able to intervene in with the way a parent might be raising their kid improperly, or a kid being disrespectful to their parents or getting in trouble, acting out in school. Just being able to step in and help somebody in a way where it's like, hey, I don't need the glitz and glamour and the bright lights and the cameras to be on me for what I'm doing. Like I'm actually making a difference. You know what I mean? I know this is something that God called me to do. And, just giving back, man. If you helping a homeless person on the sidewalk, we live in a time now where it's Instagram and everything is recorded, but just having a good heart and helping back, helping humanity, giving back and helping humanity.
I love that. I didn't think they were gonna go spiritual with it. I thought it was more so like they would look at it from a relationship perspective, which I thought was beautiful. Come on in, bro.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah, please get some ice and please get Miss Shyneka.
A mimosa.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we over here at Adana Mediterranean Grill. It's a beautiful edifice. So shout out to them and their staff for the space. I think that everybody's called, but everybody's not gonna choose their calling.
You were chosen.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? We all got a calling. Well, are you gonna choose that calling? And that's what makes you chosen.
You gotta be
for
obedient.
Whatever you're supposed to do, right? And so when I looked at that, I thought it was very interesting that y'all took it to that perspective, because I think that you were thinking about relationships, were you not?
Well, I asked her twice. I said, in what perspective? She said, whatever you want to take it to.
Yeah, and I think that we always, those of us who have lived life, as all of us have experienced certain things, when you get to a certain level, you start to vibrate higher and try to reach something that's going to achieve greatness for your higher self. So I loved it.
I think when it comes to me, when I think about called and chosen, it's both, because my dad made me play basketball. I hated it. And then I ended up being real good at it. But then my choosing or being chosen and choosing after basketball was where I resonated with. Like, even telling my old stories of when I played, like it hit somebody, a girl particularly, who didn't play at a big school. Yeah, I went D1, but then I went D2 because I hated where I was playing at. And then I went to a HBCU, and then I went overseas. And then how was it overseas? And then to be able to talk about that. But I think more so I found who I was after basketball. Like I already knew I was like the networking queen because I was placing people while I was overseas. I placed 39 girls and guys while playing. Tidbit, tap, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I think when it comes to me, when I say chosen, the reason I didn't necessarily think about relationship, because to me, I don't feel like I was ever chosen. I feel like I was always the underdog and I had to prove this is why you need me. And it started with sports. But then when it comes to relationship, I really don't care because I'm not in a dick deficit, as we say. And they're going to choose. I'm just saying. But,
so hold on. I said something to you earlier. I was like, we got to figure out, you and your worth in these decisions. So, but do you feel like when you meet someone or start dating them that you're just being yourself?
Yep.
But being yourself and having the light that you have, like you're quadrupling what a normal chick could do or like give to a man. And I don't think that we as women, especially, that have a gift, I feel like everybody does, but when
yeah.
And that goes back to when Sammie, some people, you have to be self-aware.
Yeah.
And you have to know, what power exists in you. And I just feel like from hearing some of your stories that you are lending your power to people that do not deserve it.
Facts. And I know that's, and Stevie will tell you, I know that's my problem. I'm too giving.
Yeah.
And I give too much grace. But, I go to church and that's what I learned. I learned to always give grace. And at this point, I've been questioning, like, for how long?
Yeah.
I think I really figured out within the last year, and I'm 38, that it took 38 years to figure out, like, everybody don't deserve your calling or everybody don't deserve your time or space. And I feel like, regardless of what anybody say, if I pick and choose who I want to talk to, I gotta start somewhere. Like, and I really do hope you've played some type of sports. It don't mean you have to or be dedicated to music or when it comes, I used to play the trumpet. So as long as you can commit to something, it shows me you can commit to a relationship.
Yeah.
Me personally. So you don't have to be the best point guard. You can be the best burger flipper. I don't care. Just pay the utilities. I say it all the time. Pay the utilities because when you're a person who make their own money, it's hard to date. Because I feel like times have switched. I feel like the women, and I could be wrong, but I feel like the women are taking care of more men. Everybody's not these guys, 1%ers. I feel like we're in a time where now women are really paying the bills. And it's hard for me to date because I got a guy that's putting on, acting like he got this, and then 3 months, it take 3 months sometime to go down like, hey, queen, my cousin died, and
I know a lot of men who are men that, act as men. So, kudos to them. But I feel like there are a lot of men in our culture that kind of got caught up in the cap of it all.
Cap.
Like, that's what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
The street life, the glim, the glamour, the women, this fast living. And
living above they mean.
Yeah, and then you arrive at a certain age and you really don't have a lot to show for it.
Yep.
And that's what a lot of, good stable women like us come into play because of the decision making, because of what our culture pushed out there for so long. Like, I feel like we are in a real confusing time as the, like men and women. So I feel it.
I want to say this because we talked about this in between. I think for me, personally for me, that is why nobody wants to admit it, but that is why it is hard for us to date. Because when we know what we see at this point and we have a certain standard of what we want, now is we're too masculine. Now it is that we're leading with our dick, or we're put your dick up.
Or your pocket box.
Your pocket, but at the end of the day, it's so many things that built us to be this way. Like, I have to guard and protect myself, and you can like it or not. Because I'm about to be 40. I ain't got time to be trying to figure you out. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to figure you out, just be upfront. Let me figure that part out if I want to deal with that or not. I think that's what we don't have enough people being transparent about. And it does make us seem more masculine. And it is what it is. It's kind of like, at this point, I don't care.
But it goes back to what he said. Most people don't know themselves enough to be able to tell you up front who they are.
Yep.
Like, honestly.
So what we do, fellas?
I feel like it's not enough balance. I feel like you got a woman leading with her purse, and then she end up with the wrong type of man that is leaning on her. And then as a man, you sometimes, we lead too much with our wallets, you know what I mean? And we attract the wrong women that will sit and just, hey, give me. And what happened to two people coming together and finding a balance? And sometimes that's hard to do because it's like, I heard somebody on Instagram, social media talk about the 50-50. Like, no real man, you're not a real man if you do this, that, and the third, if it's 50-50, which is, it's not true. And this ain't about 50-50, but it's just about balance.
Yeah.
Because it might not just be 50-50 financially. It's about just coming together with somebody and you guys balancing each other out. It's too much of it being lopsided. A woman leading with her pocketbook, a man leading with his wallet, and it's no balance with love. It's no balance with. It's no reciprocity.
Yes,
I mean, in a lot of different areas.
You said the word balance, and we're talking about relationships rather, which is profound. I think I'm called again in that same department because I'm not leading with my celebrity, my influence, my R&B swag, or my bank account. I was taught, and I'm a millennial. I'm 38 as well, right? So I come from a pretty much traditional upbringing. And the man is supposed to lead define lead. Can I lead you to God? Protect. Do you feel safe with me? And not just meaning I'm going to snuff anybody that disrespects you. Can you come to me with your emotions? Can you convey your emotions in a intellectual, intelligent way? And you feel safe with me listening? Not just hearing you, but I'm hearing the sounds, but I'm listening to what you're saying. And can I bring you to a sense of comfort where you feel safe to express that? And then provide. See, we got it out of order. You keep saying leading with purses and leading with jewelry and money. Provide is financial. Yes, can I buy us an apartment, house, condo where we have shelter, food so I can feed you and nourish our bodies? And then, of course, some beverages or some water at least, because 70% of our genetic makeup is of that. That's how I break down lead, protect, provide. And we as men haven't led the right way in a very, very, very long time. We've made it to a point where, as a conglomerate, made women feel inferior. You keep saying balance. Balance means equally yoked. I don't need to be able to just give you intellectual stimulation. Can you entice my mind?
Thank you.
Thoughts become things and things provoke action. So if I'm leading you the right way, if you raise your voice, do I have the masculine maturity to not raise mine back? Can I just simply say, hey, I don't like being spoken to like that? You're being a lesser version of yourself. You're vibrating at a lesser frequency than I think you can do. So we can have to table this until you center yourself. These are the things that we as men, now I'm going to take accountability. We as a conglomerate, as a collective, as men, we've strayed away from. Now we having tit for tats. Now we saying, okay, you going to go low, then I'm going to go to hell. That's not what a man is supposed to do.
Right.
A man is supposed to have structure. A man is supposed to be organized. A man is supposed to be centered. A man is supposed to find calm in the peace of chaos. I'm not going to match your energy because that energy is the very thing that evokes me to be a lesser version of myself.
And you have to be able to walk away from somebody that is drawing it out of you.
And sometimes when a person has the capabilities and abilities to bring out the worst, you need to know when to dismiss yourself.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of responsibility on the man first. And a lot of women don't even know what an example of a man is because they never seen one.
Right.
So now they think that a man is just supposed to be the financial comfort and nothing else. Nah, but if I can't lead you to Christ and I can't calm you down and you don't feel safe to tell me about the coworker at your job that pissed your day off, because sometimes they don't even want you to fix things. And again, men, we got a lot of work. We're fixers. 9 times out of 10, we want to resolve the situation.
Or just be heard.
But sometimes a woman just wants you to hear them, listen, hold them, give them a hug. You know what I'm saying? Console them. Once you start as a man to master those elements, then I feel like a woman, a real queen, can become submissive and be like, he's worth the man following. So we need to do better as a leader of our household, of our personal castles and kingdoms and dominion. That way the queen can now make the house, quote unquote.
Bro, you said so many gems in there. I gotta tell you. You said so many gems in there. No, but because really, bro, and all that goes back to self.
Yeah.
In the middle of the word self is El, which is God. You have to be a God over yourself, which means that you are a king over your dome.
Yep.
That's your kingdom. That's dominion, is your dome,
Yes,
your
sir.
domination of your mind.
Yes, sir.
And if you can't control this, then anything else outside is gonna always be in chaos, right? And then the other thing you said, I hear this all the time about provision and protection and all that. Provision and protection is not tangible.
Correct.
Provision is spiritual first. If I can't protect your spirit and your health, then the money is nothing.
Correct.
But if I can't do that for myself,
I cannot give it to you.
How could I ever do it for you?
Yeah.
If you can't take care of what the Most High gave you for free, which is your temple.
Correct.
This is your temple. This is your church.
Yep.
If you can't take care of your church, how can you take care of anything outside of you? Children.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever, a career, money. So stewardship is key. And I think when you get to a place where you start to do the self-inventory on you
Yes, sir.
and really go within, then you recognize that you always attract the same energy.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna land with this. It's a time and season for everything, right? But when they say time and season for everything, most people wanna put a time and season for what they want it to be. We wanna make everything, I wanna make eternal. Nothing physical is ever eternal, people. Get that in your—
It all dies.
Everything dies. But when till death do us part is not physical.
Correct.
It's the spirit of it is dead. When the spirit of something is dead, you have to learn how to move on. But so many people stay in that suffering and stay in that toxicity. Don't get me wrong. It's good to fight for some things. I'm not saying that you got to give up at the first sign of, you know what I'm saying? The first sign of some turmoil, you just quit. But if that turmoil does not turn into tranquility, that tragedy don't turn into triumph, that mess don't turn into a message.
Amen.
Why are we still here?
Right.
You and I both know that we're not vibrating on the same frequency because your frequency is what you frequently see.
Yes, sir.
If you're continuing to see the same type of women in your life, bro, then you got to change you. It ain't them.
Yeah.
If you keep seeing the same type of men, then it's not the men. You're attracting a certain energy in your space. Why are you still in that space then? Now you got to change you.
But listen, don't confuse, Denzel said this best. Don't confuse movement with motion because you can run in place. So just because somebody, telling you one thing and doing another, you still got to pay attention to what you're dealing with.
And that's the discernment. Taste, touch, see, smell, and hear are all physical senses.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going back to the most powerful senses on the planet are invisible ones.
Yep.
It's intuition, it's discernment, it's clairvoyance. It's the things that you can't see. Everything that you can see is controlled by what you cannot see.
Correct.
This shit easier said than done.
No.
I'm telling you, this.
And it will stay that way if you have that same that language.
Yeah,
because everything we put into the universe,
life and death in the tongue.
It comes our reality.
And I've just reached a point with me. I'm 38, and age does not dictate anything. It's experiences that you can either learn from and then apply. It never stops. You think, oh, okay, I experienced this. Doesn't mean you learn from it.
Facts.
You can mirror the same experiences over and over and over and over again and live in a life of redundancy.
Same thing, expecting different results.
Because you haven't made, correct, which is the definition of being insane.
Insanity.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've reached the point where I know because I've tried it the wrong way. And the wrong way was my way. So when we say it's not coming from a fleshly point, he's right about that. It's coming from a spiritual point. My spirit doesn't resonate with chaos. My spirit doesn't resonate with raising my voice anymore. My spirit doesn't resonate with me having to force you or buy you to respect me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be an example of somebody that's worthy of being listened to, heard, and respected. And I'm going to hope and put my faith, hope is faith, believing in what you can't see, that you're going to see me and you're going to reciprocate and mirror me. And again, then we're equally yoked. A lot of us, and I don't know the percentile, this ain't no Google research, but I'm fair to say 90% of people that are in union are not equally yoked.
Facts.
And we just spend times combating, trying to change somebody that was never meant for you anyway.
But equally yoked, bro. Equally yoked is not that you believe in God and I believe in God. You go to the gym and I go to the gym.
People think people get that confused.
How do you clean up? Do you clean up like this? Do you go vote and I don't vote? You do holidays, I don't do holidays. You eat pork, I don't eat pork. Like you got to get down to the specificity.
On the first date,
those are going to cause problems later on.
On the first date, because also, and I think we can all attest to this, we all meet most times. Again, I don't know the percentages, I'm not that, but the representative.
Absolutely.
There's a woman that will play the role of being a vegan because he said he don't eat meat.
And she really like him.
But she like him though. And she lusts him though.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to act like I just eat salads and, you know what I'm saying, and fruits and
I'm going to play the
best
game
water.
for him.
But 5-6 months down the line, the truth shall see the light at some point.
Bruh.
See,
And
that's
she wants a steak. And you could have told me on the first date, well, I like meat. You know what I'm saying?
So what we
It's
do?
going to save my time.
You don't connect with- go ahead.
become self-aware.
Right.
And everyone's timing on that is a different space. Some people knew who they were at 20. Some people don't know till they're 50. Some people like me, I didn't start becoming my real self until I got tired of my 29-year-old version of self. After you spent all my 20s lying, not being honest, manipulating, getting caught, infidelity, all those dirty things, I finally got to see myself and was like, well, I'm the culprit of the demise of these relationships. I'm the culprit of the demise of self. I'm not afraid to say Sammie was wrong. Once I started to accept that, now I can get to the next phase of life and say, well, what will you accept? What and who do you desire to be? And we're forever becoming who I am at 38. Holler back in 5 years. I won't be the same guy, and I should not be.
When you meet me tomorrow, you got to re-meet me because I'm evolving
this
every
guy
day.
yesterday is no longer here today. So to chisel that self and to have the humility to do that, it takes a strong person to look at themselves and say, I'm the problem.
100%. That's all I'm saying.
It's hard to so instead of putting on these costumes and these masks just to have temporary satisfaction and to fulfill our lustful urges and to not just accept that every single day you're going to be battling yourself first. Before you're battling your girlfriend or your wife, you're going to be I'm battling Sammie first.
100%.
My flesh versus my spirit. My spirit desires to be here, but my flesh is not there yet.
You're going to like this. Your biggest enemy is always your inner me.
Amen.
If you don't recognize that the greatest enemy that you always have is within you.
First.
I cannot say that my business partner was shady. What was it about your business partner that made you even go into business with them?
Yeah.
Why were you not, what was your discernment to discern
whether or not the greed,
So
that you missed the signs.
So there's no one word to say how do we fix it, but I will, and I know this. The key to happiness we don't know, but the key to unhappiness is trying to please everybody. We live in a social media world where we only post our highlights. Why we don't talk about the days when I posted something, and I ain't gonna get into it. It was not directed towards me, but maybe I could have verbalized it a little better, right? So people was checking on me because it was a dim, dark, morbid type of post. It wasn't me singing in front of 20,000 people. It was me saying that I feel like death is on me. I feel like, but maybe I was talking about I'm dying to myself.
But I text you.
I was going through.
I text you when you said that.
I haven't caught up to a lot of them because it was just so much. And then I had to sit back and be like, I know what I felt at that time, and I know what I meant. I was on my 7th day of being on a fast. No hookah, no martini, no food, just where it was just water and vegetables. And so I'm dying to myself. I lost a homie 2 weeks ago to murder, and some other family stuff that's going on around me that I'm necessarily not ready to face, right? But I am facing it, but I'm not ready. That's what I meant. But why is it not okay for us to just put out the process? We only want to see the result. You want to see me when I made it to arenas? How about when I was performing in shows at clubs and there was 10 people there?
Right.
There has to be a point where we start to not become robots, because robots don't have feelings. And we could just be humans and put the whole journey, the whole, no pun intended, because that's the next album that I'm releasing, but the journey in front of everybody, and people can resonate with pain, sorrow, struggle, tears, death.
That's facts, bro.
That's your testimony.
Grieving.
So the whole thing,
Yeah, because we all experienced it, but we just have gotten programmed and conditioned.
Showing the cause, the jury,
That's not it.
That's not a reality.
That's not it.
But
people get caught up in it and think it is, because you have people that will literally compare. You have people that will commit suicide based off of social media. That's for real.
Kills. So that's all. I think we just got to start being. I think if everybody just looked at themselves if everybody in this whole room, it's about 10, 15 people, if 15 people decided today, I'm gonna be myself. I'm tired of acting. I'm tired of portraying. I'm tired of shouldering everything. I'm actually gonna tell y'all the struggle, then it will kind of influence, ricochet one person at a time and live in their truth as well.
Let me tell you what it also does. It also automatically eliminates the people that's not supposed to be in your life.
That part.
Amen to
It's
that.
an automatic thing. When you start to fly high, if the other people that's on that level are not an eagle, they gonna fall off.
Up there.
Now, what in the world are you doing around a bunch of parrots? You just hang around niggas just talking. They can't fly at the altitude that you flying, and then you decide, you know what, man, let me just
elevate.
and then you start to see after a while that shit falls off.
Yeah.
And bro, as I hear y'all vibing and talking, I think that it's beautiful that we on this type of conversation, because when you get centered in yourself, unfortunately, people call you self-centered.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not self-centered. I'm just getting centered within myself.
Correct.
So I can be the best version of me to give to the world. They always tell you on the plane to put that mask on you first. Put it on you first. But how can you help anybody else if you're not doing the shit for you?
Let me tell you this,
I just
though.
had a conversation.
Let me tell you this, though.
That's fire.
That's funny you said that. Because when you said that to me the other day, you know the first thing I thought?
What?
If I'm on the plane with my dad, I'm putting it on him.
Yeah,
I'm putting it on him.
Hey, that's wrong.
So, but that's who I am. I'm gonna make sure the closest person to me is good before I'm good.
And that's why we the problem.
And that's why we the problem.
There you go. Cause
Self-evaluation, acceptance.
What if you can say, watch this though. Now that's good and dandy to want to help other people, but what if by putting on your mask, you can save 20 people? You can save your dad, a child behind you, a person that's having a panic attack, opposed to just, well, I'm gonna just make sure my dad is good and think you're doing the right thing, and you save him and not yourself.
But let me counter.
One life is important to
Let
me.
me counteract that though.
Do counter it.
I would save my daddy before me every day.
Nothing wrong.
Are you catching them? I understand.
I caught it.
Yeah, he's not, and you correct me if I'm wrong, I want to speak for you. I don't think he's being literal, because it also goes to an idiom where you can't pour from an empty glass.
Thank you.
Right? And we all have been guilty of that. I myself am still trying to say no without sending myself to Guilty Boulevard. Knowing that same person I just helped, not saying this is you, because everyone's situation is different, will not do the same thing for me, or cannot do the same thing for me.
But even if they couldn't do it for you, you still gotta help you first. I can only help people that's willing to help themselves, but I can't give something that I don't have.
Bro, let's talk about this though. Even if you're not pouring from an empty glass or empty pitcher, what if your pitcher is full and you pour into other people, and now you make sure everybody is straight, and then guess what? Because you gave them something and they didn't die of thirst, now they're able to have a full pitcher. And the minute that your pitcher runs low or it's empty, they will sit and watch you be parched and watch you die of thirst.
Sure. That's why I only give from the overflow.
You see what I'm saying?
I only give from the overflow.
You took the words out of my mouth.
I only give from the overflow.
I want to live in a life of abundancy across all ramifications. You understand what I'm saying? And not feel guilty about it.
And you know what?
I'm supposed to have more than enough after I pay my bills. I'm supposed to, we're going to sit in the house today, but I do want a steak and lobster and shrimp tomorrow. I'm supposed to say I'm off this weekend. I'm going to Cancun, and I'm going to get my mind together and get my little tan on. I'm supposed to.
You don't need no tan.
I'm supposed to.
But you damn sure need some melanin.
I can get some more for the melanin. I'm supposed to.
All right, we got to talk about that.
And we're not supposed to feel guilty of that. We're supposed to understand that there's more than enough to go around for everyone to live plentifully. We just don't believe it. And again, thoughts become things and things provoke action. But I'm not going to continue to pour into a plethora of my people, my tribe, my family at the expense of me. It starts with me first.
I had to learn that, bro.
We all did. I learned the hard way. I had to get to zero.
I just learned last week.
The hard way.
What I'm saying is real.
100%.
And then you're going to not be able to, again, I went back to it, please everybody. Because you could tell somebody no one time, they'll act like you never said yes.
Yeah, that part.
So I can't feel guilty that I'm not able to do that for you right now. I got this, that, and the third. A lot of dreams and aspirations I'm chasing for.
Or not even not able to, don't want to
right
now. No want to, no more.
Like, but I'm big on the world changing when we all change ourselves first.
Yeah.
I can't influence y'all today. if I came here empty. I can't give you the knowledge that I have if I ain't share it because I've experienced what I experienced. So now I feel humble and beautiful enough to say, this is what it is.
I came to the conclusion, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Not too long ago that I felt like I was giving away blessings that I should have kept for myself.
Fact.
And then you look up and you're like, God, why isn't this, like happening? Why isn't this, whatever? But it's like, well, you done gave away everything else.
And everybody's not meant to come with you.
You're not keeping what you're supposed to for yourself. I gave you that.
Correct.
And because I'm like the oldest, it's literally, I feel like I've been groomed to like
facilitate and take care of.
Yes, to be the caretaker
Point
of
guard.
everybody.
But you can miss out on blessings by surrounding yourself with the wrong people, mishandling and being in the wrong environment. So God, He's our Father. He wants the best for us. Like looking at our children, we want the best for them. But it's like if you got a bunch of little users around you, I can't just give you this much money and say go to the movies. You're finna take care of everybody, and they just using you, and so it's mishandling what He's given us. So if God is looking down on us, like I see you praying, and I want to bless you, and you deserve this, but Tom, Dick, and Harry, and Johnny, and Lisa, and Mia, and all them is around. They can't. You're gonna mess up everything.
I don't want to blame that on God, Jay. I want people to recognize that you are the Lord God Almighty of your reality. Whatever life that you have created, you created that with your actions and your choices and decisions. It ain't got shit to do with the Most High God that gave you oxygen and a life. It's like you are the creator of your reality, bruh. And I want people to start to recognize that, because then we can't say baby mama crazy or this person did me wrong.
Yeah.
I have to recognize that I chose to lay down with a woman who don't think like me. I chose to continue to give money to motherfuckers.
I love that you keep bringing it to yourself. That's just where I'm at too.
If you are not, I
live that way,
I don't deal with
If somebody don't learn from this podcast right here today, this episode, man.
You will spend your life
when you point back, there's one pointing back.
It's three.
And this is
three fingers point back at you.
Correct.
You point.
You getting jumped. That's it's yourself. I don't blame nobody.
I needed to hear this today, y'all. I needed it. Thank God that I'm here.
Same.
These are gems for me.
Probably the same little different lives.
Absolutely.
I can't blame this person, that person, this person, because God gave us free will.
Right.
And I made a decision. Now, when I assess things, did I go to God first before I made that decision? No, I did not.
Hey, that's the thing I think.
You see a girl at the bar and you just holler because she look beautiful. You're feeling wavy. You didn't ask, was that girl in your yellow dress the mother of your child? You didn't ask, was she your wife? You didn't even ask, are you ready to be a husband?
Bruh.
Everything starts with self, and then it catapults what your reality becomes. There's consequences to all our decisions and repercussions. And a lot of times when we're in the hell, you know what I'm saying? My father told me this, and it's one of the best idioms he's given me. You're either going through a storm, coming out of a storm, or headed to a storm. Those are the 3 cycles of life. I could talk to you right now and be like, how you doing, brother? Man, I'm good. But 2 months ago, it was looking crazy.
And 2 months later,
do it. But now you're coming out of that one. And if God blesses you with oxygen in your lungs and your heart is steady beating, you're headed to another one. Hopefully this time well more equipped with the armor to deal with it, because you done been living life.
That's it.
That is it. That is how life goes. It never will stop. It's always going to be problems. Right when you get right in your career, guess what? Somebody's going to be sick, and your finances can't buy that kidney. And right when they perish and you think, why me? You might get in a car accident, or that car you just bought blows a tire out, and things are going to continue to happen. But are you happening? Or are you still stuck in the same storm 3 months ago and never equipped yourself and utilized and applied the lessons? That's what L's are for me. I ain't never take a loss, but I did take a lot of lessons. So when these things happen to me, I'm ready to...
No. In school, they give you, school, you get the lesson.
For real.
Then in school, you get the lesson, then the test.
Yeah.
In life, you get the test, then you learn the lesson.
Yeah.
And when people don't learn the lesson, you spoke on this earlier, you're going to continue to keep going through that. Until you, and it might have a different face on it.
Yep.
It might be a different mascot.
Different vessel.
But it's the same message.
Yeah, man.
It's the same message. So I love this.
I don't know how deep this is for me, boy.
You needed this church to die in.
You just look, he like,
Nah, for real. I've been through a lot.
Church.
You know what I'm saying? As have we all. right? And again, I'm gonna keep Stevie when I say I needed you to keep saying self. I don't know what else I'm gonna get from this, but I needed you to make me further look within.
That's it, bro.
To see why I have these different things going on. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I envisioned it wasn't this way.
Sammie,
And it starts
Sammie, nothing
with
changes until something changes.
Amen.
Nothing changes, y'all, until something changes.
Yes, sir.
And the change got to be you first.
Yes, sir.
I want this person to change, and I want this woman to do this, but I'm still on some. No, bro, that lady ain't finna change. Now, when you change and they're still doing that,
then you know the
now
exit.
you know.
Now you know the exit.
Yes, sir.
Now you know the exit.
Yes, sir.
Now you know the exit. And that's a beautiful, profound revelation that I've just succumbed to. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to fix you first and then to let go of what you've been accustomed to.
No matter how long, no matter how much the history, no matter what it is,
you gotta
it
over and over and over.
You gotta let it go.
Big man enough, woman enough. You know why I deal with chaos? I grew up in chaos.
In chaos. I was about to say that. A lot of people.
My therapist, I'm an advocate for therapy. I've been in there, shout out to Miss Janet in LA for 5 years. And I'm like, why I love peace. I'm the most peace. I can argue with the best of them. But I'm the guy, put my feet in some grass, go get some sun. I just want to walk. I sit on the porch every day. My favorite time of day is when the sun sets. So why do I attract, though, people who don't even care to go out in nature? Don't even want to watch trees be trees.
That's what I'm saying.
Care about peace.
Hey, bro.
Because I grew up in it. So just because I'm comfortable in it, don't mean that that's what I want.
Yeah.
Hey,
but
bro.
I resort to what I'm comfortable in because no one likes to be uncomfortable. So let's find comfort in being uncomfortable.
So you know how to operate in chaos.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
But you don't like it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't feed me the right nourishment that I need, but I might have saw my mom talk this way. I might have seen my auntie talk this way. And so I am attracting
you entertain it.
what I'm comfortable because I know how to
still entertaining and not walk away.
Instead of going to the girl that I ain't never have a girl tell me, hey baby, I don't like being talked that way. I'm gonna step away from this conversation. Cause you just said something that I don't like in this moment. That girl says that to me, I'm gonna stop in my tracks and be like,
right.
She just taught me something.
Bruh.
She just took me to a place that I'm uncomfortable in instead of matching me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we have to take self-accountability.
Yes.
Look inside of the inner me. How I'm creating the enemies around me.
Right.
You taught me something.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's gonna stick with me for the rest of my duration that I got.
Because let me tell you something, bro.
It starts with self.
People don't see things the way that they are. They see things the way that they are. Yeah, they don't see things the way that it really is. They see things the way they is.
Their perception.
Correct.
And because if you continuing to attract someone, like I'm an alchemist. I know this, and we all are. We're all alchemists. If you listening, you're an alchemist. And you've alchemized your reality. I don't attract no bad in my life. I only attract
break
good.
down that word because my favorite book is The Alchemist, but some people might not know.
Alchemy is alchemy, and a form of alchemy is being able to leverage your energy to go in whatever space you're in, and you shift the energy based on your energy.
Yes, sir.
That's alchemy.
And not letting it change it.
And not allowing it to change you.
Amen.
It don't have to bring you up or down.
Because sometimes we can be talking over their head. No, seriously.
That's true.
Ignorance just means you don't know.
Yeah, that's fact.
My favorite book is that. So when you said that again, like I know, but I always knew this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't care what room I go into. When I leave here today, everybody gonna be like, oh, that boy.
Well, let's go.
Environment.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Alcohol is called alcohol because it changes your energy.
Yeah.
Alchemy is the same word. It's the same prefix for a reason.
Yeah.
Because alchemy and alcohol changes the vibration of a person's energy.
Correct.
Period.
Bring it down.
And unfortunately, people are so worried about currency instead of being focused on the currents that they can see.
Correct.
And niggas going
the currents that you can see, the vibrations, the energy of the people. And when you're grounded, when you're in alignment, you can see their currency. You can see their frequency, their vibration, their energy that I need to go there or I need not to go there. Right? And
but
so
when they focus on the currency, the money, you're blinded.
Once
by
again.
the greed or the watch or the jewelry or the purse she got on her ass or a boot.
The bigger the check, the lower the standards, y'all.
Oh.
The bigger the check, hear me, the lower the standards.
Oh.
If you're gonna put up with something as a woman, if a man got a big bag,
And vice versa.
and vice versa.
We like that,
Why are
boss.
you so aggressive?
No, I think
It's the truth, but it's majority of the time it is
when
though.
it comes down to her, I think because, and I'm only speaking for myself too, we are attracted to things that we feel need us. Like you said, your father's not gonna let you give him the face mask first.
Facts.
You have so that's a part of being a man. But we're drawn to things that we feel need our love, care, and support.
Can we say another word?
Yes.
And I could
Go
be
ahead.
wrong. Fixing.
Yes.
Oh no, listen, that's my problem.
Yeah, we're fixers.
But that's
God
what he's
told me
talking
that.
about.
yeah.
Women of you guys' caliber, right? And I'm gonna just say it. My mother was always a successful woman. She flourishes in beautician. So she's owned a salon for 11 years, but she did the Mary Kay. She was a banker. She was getting money 5, 6, 7 different ways at all times. And this was a single parent of 3, and sometimes took in a niece or a cousin, so 4, right? She ain't never need no man. There could be a doctor, 4.0 GPA, makes 100,000, which y'all like tall, 6'3", dark and handsome, all these little things, right?
There you go.
No, really. You know what I'm saying? I'm R&B height. I never had a chance. But my mother, they have these standards. And that guy could walk into her salon and she won't look at him, won't give him the number, won't let her go out.
Hold on.
But the guy who was abused as a kid, or he just got over a drug addiction, or he just got out of prison for a 10-year bid, that's the one she wants to mother.
Oh.
Why you ain't take the dude that can level you up or at least match your energy as you come? So y'all are giving me, no disrespect, y'all want men that you have to, it's not Build-A-Bear. You don't gotta fix nobody. Because you can't change nobody.
But you don't know this till
you're right.
3 months, like you said,
correct.
3,
3,
4,
6,
5.
7.
Let them cook.
No, right.
We gotta shut up.
I'm not saying don't get into it. I'm just saying have the self-awareness to recognize that what you got yourself into is what you need to leave.
Say that again. Hold up. Say that again.
I'm not saying don't get into it. I just want y'all to have the self-awareness to recognize that what you got yourself into, you should leave. If you know that you come with the bag and the house and the car, and most men should recognize a queen, that's queen behavior. Like you're an asset. Wasn't looking at your ass, I'm looking at the sets that you come with the ass. You're not a liability. A real king, that's, again, I'm gonna keep balanced, equally yoked, that's self-aware, he's gonna recognize that and he's not gonna be intimidated by that. He's not gonna exit that.
Yeah.
But most men that is sounding like you guys are keep attracting are the guys that you know is a project. And we are reached in our big old age, well, we don't have no more bandwidth and time to be fixing you and convincing you of who we are.
But I promise you, we don't know.
But what about
Until
this though?
you know.
No,
Hold on. What about?
we're drawn to that.
Okay.
And I feel like it's some sort of crazy element that we need that validation.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
but hold on.
I feel that. Like, I feel that from you because it's like, this is what I'm bringing to your life. And it's different from what what's her name is bringing to your life. And so it's a form of validation. Not saying that we're searching that, but we kind of get like a fullness.
Let me rebuttal real quick.
Okay.
And then
Bullshit.
let me say something.
Let me tell you why. Bullshit. You know my first story. Put a ring on it. We know it. You're not gonna know that. You're not even gonna see that right away. And if you've known that person for a while, that's not what you think. Hold on.
Lex, everybody knew that but you.
Nah.
Yes.
Which one?
The one to put a ring on.
Exactly.
Everybody knew that
Which
but
one?
you.
No, because this is my thing. If I know you in that situation over 20 years, over 20, not 5, not 3 months, 20 years, and you really didn't show me that back then, and now I'm going back to what I'm familiar with because I've known you for so long because I'm tired of trying to figure new people out, I'm not gonna think that. I'm gonna go off what I knew.
You knew him how though? And I asked,
as a friend.
There we go.
First,
but not as a lover and a confidant
as a
and
friend.
a self.
But wait, as a friend first.
A different version of a person.
And then in the midst of that, tried dating, and I personally wasn't comfortable because I was in college, and that person was on TV, so I just I don't trust it. So now 20 years later, try to give it a chance because you ain't on that scene no more. But then you showing me somebody from the 229.
Man, my girl want to see what she want to see, and you go not. You want to see what you want to see what you want to see.
But this is being a real, and I'm gonna implore you to just listen to her because she knows I don't know that, right? I know I'm hearing things, but I don't know it. I wasn't there. You have to trust people who are able to see it from a different perspective. You can't see what you don't want to see.
Exactly.
Can we start there? Sometimes we just don't want to see what your homeboy and your best friend or your sister or your
so in love, we don't want to see
telling
something.
you because you're blinded by feelings, which aren't facts. That's another conversation for feelings aren't facts. Just because you feel some way don't mean that is a factual way to feel. And then you also can't see when you're blinded by love. They didn't say love is blind for a reason.
Love and lust.
It blinds you. And lust also feels very cohesive.
They at the same family reunion.
Yeah, they cousins.
Yeah, the same. They playing spades.
Yeah.
You can be lusting so hard that you think you love somebody.
And if they really good, the lies and manipulation won't meet up for a little while.
So you have to trust also your community that God has blessed you to give you eyes in which you don't have, or eyes that you used to have, but they're blinded now. And I'm telling you, just me from experience. I have so many people that tell me about myself, but I'm me. You can't tell me about, yes you can, because you actually can see when I'm spiraling before I spiral. There's people around you that can see the mental depletion or fatigue before I'm mentally depleted.
That's true.
Because you can't listen to everybody.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right,
But it always gonna go back to discernment. I mean,
There you go.
It's gonna always go back to discernment.
What was your antennas?
Where was I? I was asleep.
That's the question. What was your antennas when you met this man that had all the qualities that on sight seemed to be in alignment?
In a coma.
In a coma.
But I wanted to say this earlier, though. Do you think that because of your characteristics as a woman, on fixing things in the projects, that has it ever been a time where you were so fixated on fixing someone else that you couldn't be fixed? That you couldn't be, because we all need things.
Yeah,
we all got things that we got to work on. We all got to evolve. Like you said, 5 years from now, you won't be the same person.
Not at all.
But how you evolve might not just be all on you.
Correct.
It might be your wife, your girl, your daughter, your mom. Somebody's pouring into you that's helping you grow. So
of course, because we built this person that we make sure that people can't see through. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
talk to me, queen.
We don't seemingly need fixing because we got it all together. So you would never,
in your mind.
In my mind.
Heavy on the seemingly too. I like that. For sure.
And
you notice the dap up, like
I'm a girl.
And that's what it is. I don't feel like we're in search of these particular people, but I just got 3 situations in my head right now. And I'm just like, I just asked you over. I said, Tim, you ain't see that shit. Are you serious? What is going on? Like, and it's right there, but you want to see, the good.
That's true.
You want to see, what you can help fix or what you can, you want the victory in the story, and you want to.
That's part of it, being so hard on somebody else.
Let me piggyback off you. And sometimes you know where someone was, and you want to keep them where they're at, as far as that look.
Yeah.
And you don't want, because you care about them now, you want the outside to come in and pick them apart. Like, you want to keep them where they're at, so you're going to try to fix that, which is the same of what you're saying. But at the same time,
you're still fixing.
Yeah, you're still fixing.
Y'all are fixers. It's
a part of their nature.
Call me Olivia Pope.
It's not a bad thing. Right?
Your anatomy is made up as a woman to be a nurturer. But you're not gonna go out of your way to try to nurture everybody to harm yourself.
And we're
just
not
sorry.
mothers. We don't have
I ain't got no kid but a
have
cat.
children
No,
to
he's saying
look
your
to.
instincts,
no,
though. Your instincts, though.
No,
Your
but
instincts are motherly.
But we're giving our mothering instincts to grown ass men.
Correct.
Fact.
And that's not fair.
And that's not
to
even
us.
the order. It's not even supposed to be.
What's the order?
Well, there's the head, which is the
The
man.
Most High Yah,
Yeah.
God, woman, child.
Yeah.
That's the order.
Y'all are being mothers to grown men and y'all don't have children.
Yeah.
So the order is already in disarray. And this is why, again, you will continue to live in this circle of a table until you realize I'm not supposed to mother you. Nurturing, yes, cook,
Yes.
clean, like.
Yeah, because we got to pour into each other.
Yeah, pour into my man. Yes, y'all are supposed to do that.
You to help me.
Yeah, but I don't need you to
Help me.
I don't need a woman at 38 to mother me. My mom did that great, 18 years, and she told me to go fly. You feel what I'm saying? And I've been by myself for 20 of them. If I need a woman to come into my life and mother me,
Something wrong.
something is off about me.
Mm.
And I'm man enough, because I'm not a little boy, I'm not a child, to know that I don't need that.
When I was a child, I acted as a child.
Correct.
When I
But
became
when I became a man, I
Yeah.
put childish things.
And so as a man thinketh
in his heart,
in his heart,
so is he.
so is he.
Ooh, that's what Stevie be.
There we go.
Y'all go to the same church?
No,
Matter of fact, just no. So Sammie and I been so connected on consciousness for a long time.
Yeah, I see it.
He put he signed my book. He put a forward in my book. Whoa, my second book.
I did.
Because but
Oh, yeah?
it's yeah.
Dope.
So the journey of your evolution of your spirituality, your consciousness is beautiful. And we don't think alike on everything.
No.
Because I'm not a Christian. I don't have I go straight to God. I don't go through Jesus to get to God. Not saying you do, but I'm saying for me.
For sure.
But I understand that anytime I'm encountering anyone, I'm spiritual enough to take the fruit and spit out the seeds.
That part.
Just because we disagree on one thing don't mean we can't agree on anything.
Exactly.
That's a sign of unintelligence.
And honestly, to piggyback off because there's no disconnect. I understand that religion and politics was created for disconnect.
Absolutely.
That's all they want. This is always divide and conquer in those two subject matters.
But the Bible say to be fruitful and multiply.
And yes.
That ain't just about children.
No.
That's about relationships.
Correct.
If we coming together and we can't multiply,
Yeah,
and you subtracting and dividing
if he
from
can't
me,
put me on something, then
what we
I've cut
doing?
off the soul tie. You feel what I'm saying? So we always spoke the same language, though.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? And really, I can't explain it because I'm morphing in real time.
Yeah.
Like real time.
When I call you tomorrow, I gotta re-meet you, bro.
Correct. Yeah, I'm morphing in real time. So it's going to be hard for me to convey what I'm trying to say, but I've been
Morphing
sharp.
from this conversation.
Yeah,
For real,
right now,
like,
in real
for
time.
real, right now.
Well,
And then
how do you keep up with a mate? I know, you are governing yourself but how do you keep up with someone else? And that was the reason I never wanted to be married, because I felt like, they say equally, but I just felt like no one else could grow at my same
I'm glad you said that.
pace.
Because I'm going to tell you why I'm glad you said that to me. I'm not married. I have someone I love in an agape way. That means I love them the way God loves me. There's nothing she could do to make me stop loving her. Now, the like can change. The respect can fluctuate. And we shall fight and combat until we become one. But what I've realized, the reason why I've always failed at love, and I'm undefeated at failing, is because it takes two. See, Sammie can have all his ish together, but if so-and-so don't at the same time, it's going to crumble at some point. And vice versa. She can be all the way right, and then I can still be figuring myself out. But what I understand is, and you said this word earlier, I've learned to give people the grace that I want. I'm always going to bring it back home to me. Long as I keep forgiving, long as I keep overly communicating, long as I pray for more strength, long as I pray for more patience, long as I pray for more understanding, pray for more solace, it's going to keep you going. I've talked to a lot of elderly couples that's been 50 years in, 40 years in, 30 years in. They got two words they tell me, and keep going. They don't break it down to like what that entails.
Yeah.
Right? But for me, it's more, because I've done it. I done gave the girl the Rolex. I done gave the girl the trips, the kids, the house, the dog, the loyalty. And sometimes it's still not enough. And once you realize, though, that there's always more to give, and it doesn't always mean materialistically, money, monetarily, you're going to have an open window to receive and to pour out of. Wow, God just told me that, which is my heart, because everything flows from it.
As a man, thank you in his heart.
If I died today, did I live the perfect life and was I a saint? Absolutely not. I've sinned a million times.
Bruh.
But my heart is one of the most purest, golden hearts you're going to ever come across on this earth. And therefore, since everything flows from it, and that's what God reads,
exactly.
I think I'm going to make it through.
And we ain't going to take it to the Bible here, like even with David, even with King David.
Man after his own heart.
He said, my man, he said he was a man after his own heart. He the murder.
Yep.
The lies.
Yep.
The adultery.
The adultery. You see what I'm saying? So guess what? We all fall short of the glory of God, but even so with those sins, guess what? God said,
the heart.
Yeah, his heart.
Man after my own heart.
You don't know a song by mind, you know a song by heart.
Yeah.
I like the way you look at me. I know that shit by heart. When you know something by heart, that means it's really in you. But I wanna hit this on what you were saying. Cause how to keep up with a mate. You don't keep up with nothing. You don't chase nothing and you don't grind for nothing. You embody it. When you embody a thing, you never have to chase for it. And as you continue to evolve, if somebody's revolving while you're evolving, then you know you ain't got to chase, you got to separate. That's why I said earlier, it's a time and season for everything.
And make room and have space for it.
My son and my daughter will always be my son and my daughter, but they won't always be my child. Yep. It's gonna be a season when they're adults and they're gonna do what the hell they want to do, regardless of what I said. Like we've all done as adults, right? Yep. But the revolution and evolution is different. That's why when they talk about revolution back in the day, the revolution. Damn a revolution. We need to be tracing or embodying, evolution.
And talk about having the wisdom and also the strength to separate when you see that door revolving.
Yeah.
Because, we talking about it, but it's not always easy. You know what I mean? When a person is too far in lust, or they're too far in love, or you got too much history. You got 20 years in, 18 years in, 15, whatever it is. Talk about being able to separate, like just being able to look at that situation like, hey, man.
Serve you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I done said it 30 times. Chaos no longer serves Sammie, Lee Bush Jr. It just is what it is. I made that decision. I don't care what I saw when I was a kid and as a teenager and in my 20s. Me almost pushing 40, I can't do the yelling. I can't do the cursing. I can't do the violence. I can't do the lack of peace. And this is because I found myself. I didn't find the one. My mama didn't tell me this. My father didn't tell me this. God told me within myself, you no longer have the emotional capacity or the mental bandwidth to deal with things or people who no longer serves you. Now I have a 1-year-old.
Speaking for me and you, boy.
I have a 1-year-old. She'll be 2, November 6th, Lord willing. That is the pride and joy of my whole best thing I ever created. Forget the best songs I've ever written. That little girl, right? And when I see things in my little 1-year-old who's still figuring out everything, I pray for things that I don't want her to become, so we never have a disconnect. Because I'm so self-aware as her 38-year-old father that I know I can pray some things out of her before they enter her.
That part.
We can put that shield of protection.
She's the purest soul walking the earth. She don't know what sin is. She's never tasted liquor, hookah, sex, none of that. So this is my prime opportunity from a divine place to instill in her what I, as a father and dad, don't want her to succumb to. You understand what I'm saying? And I went that way because I'm talking about a baby. So if I know what I don't want my baby to become, I definitely know what I don't want to deal with a grown woman or a man. You know what I'm saying? And not in a romantic way because I only love women. But I know if a guy steal from me one time,
friendships,
you got to go. I love
manager,
you.
Whoever.
Yeah, you messed around on this contract and you told me 15%, but you took 17 because you thought I wasn't looking and you didn't talk to me about it first. You got to go.
Hey, that's so
because
true.
I'm self-aware.
I can forgive you, but you gotta
Yeah,
go.
but you gotta go. Don't mean I'm gonna love you from afar. And sometimes that's the best thing you can do to save yourself peace.
You let them stay around, boy.
Yeah, they
No,
go.
that's
If a snake tries to bite you and it misses you,
Yeah,
you
don't
can't
mean
say,
you gonna
well,
try again.
I'm gonna let you keep walking with me.
Nah.
Because that bite,
gonna-
when
he's
that
gonna snake
connection
you.
can be fatal.
Yeah.
No, that's facts. I want to just clear up something. Separation is not physical always. You can literally be in a place, in a space, but you're separating the energy that you're giving to that space and that time. Because sometimes it ain't always the right time for you to actually pick your physical self up and leave. You probably can't always leave, but sometimes you have to recognize that you got to be able to leave from a spiritual perspective to separate the spirit of that energy away from the particular moment to be able to grow. And I just wanted to place that because I know people like, well, I can't leave. I can't leave. Well, you can leave in the spiritual work, in a spiritual way.
I feel like you gotta separate whatever you need to separate to protect yourself.
Absolutely.
So if you are too in tune with a person to where you might be on the right path, you might be in the right place mentally, but they're doing something to trigger you and put you in a bad place, then guess what? You do have to leave. You do have to disconnect in a different, whatever you have to do to keep yourself from being.
With spirits first. So if you do now have to take the spirit, which is being coveted over this flesh, then yes, the flesh shall leave too. I'm with you on that.
I'm not saying not to harm yourself. No.
Environment. If you're a woman and a guy's beating on you every day.
Right. I'm not saying that.
Nah, the physical need to leave right along, and the spirit gonna go because the spirit is first anyway. You feel what I'm saying? Get out of there. Don't surround yourself.
But imagine if the lady who left, but she keep coming back to the same dude who beating her. Mean her spirit didn't leave it.
Correct.
So the spirit reigns supreme over the physical.
Correct, because we're that first. Yeah.
Your spirit first.
Yes, sir.
And I'm saying that like what the example you gave is beautiful, and I think it's valid. I just didn't want people to think I just meant just to leave.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Because I think that you have to have, once again,
You can check out mentally. You can check out like, you know.
Yeah. It's ultimate ways.
Yeah. All right. We have a segment called The Game.
The Game.
It's called The Game, and you're gonna pick something, and then you're gonna hand it over to me.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna read it, and then you have to answer it.
Honestly.
As truthfully as possible, because we want the reality. We want the real.
She might need about 3 questions if she didn't want to let them go.
Boom. All right, the question is it acceptable to pressure your partner?
No,
we ain't gonna do that one. We ain't gonna do that one for you.
You're picking mine now.
Oh, damn,
yes,
my bad. Hold on, you gotta pick it. My bad. My good.
Okay.
Okay, let that one fall. Let it fall. It's okay. All right, let's see what this one says. How has a past relationship shaped your view of love?
Ooh. How has my past overall it's made me more self-aware that I can't keep pointing the finger at other people, at their faults and whatever it is that they brought, and that I have to take ownership for what it is that I accepted, dealt with, help participate in, and all of that stuff. So it's given me more of an eye opener of me.
Beautiful.
Love that.
Yeah, he has to pick out. You just pick out.
I just figured out.
And then Shyneka, you gotta read it.
It's a long one.
Okay.
You get the box. Yeah.
There's nothing here.
Blank one.
You got a blank question.
Blank one.
A trial and error.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. What's the funniest pet name you've ever called your partner?
I like that one.
Funniest pet name. I don't know, just Boo Boo. That's funny to me, like my Boo Boo,
All right.
Boo Boo.
Right.
Boo Boo.
Yeah. Sammie?
You gotta pick it. I'm gonna read it. I gotta ask you.
There we go, brother.
Okay.
Boom. And then Sammie, you get
Got it.
Have you ever had a celebrity crush? And who was it?
Back in the day, my first real celebrity crush was Ciara.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Met Sierra at like a little skating rink up here in Atlanta back in the day. She wasn't even Sierra yet.
Right.
So when she became Sierra, I was like, damn it.
Right. I should have shot my shot. Yeah, I should have shot my shot.
Yeah. So Sierra for sure.
Okay.
Oh.
Why the face? What's wrong?
I don't
Because
She don't like getting put on the spot. She don't like getting put on the spot.
All right, where we at with it? If you could witness any historical event,
Give me another one.
Okay, it's two.
I've read that one before.
Okay. Let's see. Is it appropriate to go through your partner's belongings without their permission?
I'm gonna answer it anyway because I read it before, but no, I don't think it's appropriate because, like, people be going through people's phones. I don't think I've ever done that because I just think, obviously, everybody gonna say the same thing. And
You're a woman.
I call BS on that too.
I personally have never went through a man's phone. I had somebody went through my phone, absolutely, but you're not
never
gonna
been
find.
through a man's phone.
I've never been.
You're unique.
I have. Years and
What I gotta go through their
I
phone?
feel like that's a prerequisite for most women.
Well, give me another question because y'all don't believe shit I say.
No, we answered it.
Let me go one more. God, these folks they want me to be bad. God,
Should couples merge their finances or keep them separate?
absolutely not. Because for the people in the back, listen.
I can that too. Yeah.
No, I don't. Listen, so I'm going to give you story time Alexia always doing. I was in a relationship and the person kept pressuring me to merge our account. And normally it's the other way around. And I'm like, no.
Red flag.
No, I said the only way I will merge an account is if we're married. And first of all, I'm going to give y'all some game. I'm going to always have 3 or 4 accounts. So whichever account we merge, that's going to be the lesser.
Yeah.
the lesser one. Okay? That's the truth.
Because Lex said so. Boom, bam.
Chase.
Thank you, ma'am.
I want to know what you're going to say. Is it possible to be friends with the ex?
Absolutely.
Because he got a bunch. What?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely. And especially in my case, because I mean, number one, like if you have a child with somebody, you damn sure better make sure you friends with them because y'all got to raise a child together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like for me, I haven't ended bad with people. Like we might have just not been meant for each other no more, but it don't mean that we can't be amicable. Fuck you, you're an asshole. If you on that type of time, then you shouldn't have dealt with them in the first place. So yeah, that was me. What you got? Go ahead. All right, she wants me to do this part. We're gonna talk about our sponsors. We gotta give a shout out to our sponsor. First and foremost, Adana Mediterranean Grill. We appreciate y'all so much. Beautiful. And then Noir Capital is premier wealth management firm that specializes in working with individuals in sports and otherwise, entertainment, and etc. You want to reach out to Ro. His IG is Rogel Spencer NYC, ROGEL Spencer NYC, and the company's IG is Noir-Capital. All right. Now we got to give a shout out to Wild Things. Wild Things brand is a brand that my brother and I are wearing, and it's a beautiful brand. Love the things y'all doing. Amazing quality. So thank y'all.
Support your black businesses because he's definitely a black man.
You gotta support our people. So shout out to Wild Things.
Lastly,
what's the housekeeping? What else other housekeeping we got?
So I can think of right now. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Noir Capital, Wild Things. Oh, it's Denisha Graham. Miss Denisha Graham, we want to thank you personally. You know, she was one of the sponsors financially to help back this episode. And the last thing we're gonna do, Miss Graham, you're thanked. The last thing we're gonna do is at the end, we want you to tell anyone in the world something. If you could tell your inner self, what would it be, and then where they can find you?
My inner self or younger self?
Your younger self. Sorry.
Oh, okay. What I would tell my younger self. I mean, it's a lot that I could tell my younger self, but I would say to be patient. Be patient with yourself. You know, take your time. It's okay to, want everything in the world, but, everything don't come overnight. Be patient. Trust the process. Sometimes we want things before we're through with the process, you know what I mean? We're through growing. Also that emotions are temporary. Don't make hasty decisions. Don't move off of emotions, but pray and trust God. And you can find me on Instagram at Godfrey Crit. That's GODFREEDCRITT.
Tell them about your kids.
Oh, at Next Level?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So I work with a program called Next Level Boys Academy. Amazing program run by Gary Davis, Sr. This program is a diversion program and a prevention program. But when, young men get in trouble, breaking in cars, doing something wrong, whatever it is, we go to the judge and basically ask the judge, instead of sending this kid to the county or down the road to prison, to send them to the program. Most of the time, it happens. We have a high percentage, you know what I mean, of being successful and having the judge agree to send them to the program. And they might send us some 6 months, be in a program 2 years, 5, whatever it is. But the program really, helps these kids to grow. We have Zoom calls on Monday and Wednesday. We have different people come in from financial firms, teach them about money. We create job opportunities. And we have Zoom. The Zoom is on Monday and Wednesdays and in person on Saturdays. So we all get together. Might be 50 kids, 60 kids, however many people we have come that day. And we just have open dialogue, man, and everybody can be transparent. Sometimes we allow the parents to stay. Sometimes we're like, hey, this ain't for y'all, you know what I mean? Whatever we're talking about that day. And, just they can feel loved and they can be themselves and, we can really get to know them so we can know how to help them.
Beautiful.
So shout out to Gary Davis and Next Level Boys Academy.
Shout out. Next Level.
Yes. Okay. So, what am I supposed to be saying?
What would you tell your younger self?
Okay.
And then
Or
how
just
can
advice.
or a good word for the people.
Okay. I've been stuck on this for a little minute. All right, there are a lot of things that I could tell myself, but more than anything, I would just remind myself the shortcut is not the cut to go. Like, sometimes things take longer to develop, and God is developing you in the process, and don't cheat that. So that is what I would tell my younger self. Also, I'm on Young Jock in the Streetz Morning Takeover every morning, 6 to 10, syndicated radio show.
Thank you for having me as a guest.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate that.
And for the most part, I'm endeavoring in different areas of journalism. So I'm able to use that part now of my life in writing and just delivering news that is helping the community more than harming the community. So
thank you, Ms. Shyneka. Yes. Brother Sammie.
Yeah, I would tell my younger self the same thing I would say to my adult self, that it's gonna be okay, and it's okay to not be okay. Worrying and stressing, easier said than done, of course, is a very humane thing to do, but basking in faith, unwavering faith, and understanding that who you are and whose you are will always trump your current situation. You can find me at Sammie Always is my website. Sammie Always is my X. Sammie Always is my Twitter or X, my Threads, my IG. And my solo album is actually my last studio album. It's called The Journey. It'll be out later this year.
Yeah.
Waiting on that.
And then working with my brothers, Ray J, shout out to Bobby Valentino and Pleasure P. We formulated a group when we did Millennium Tour. Not Millennium Tour, we did that too, but we did, what was it called? Versus in 2022. So shout out to my bros. And then if you ever want some good eats, some hookah, some drinks, some vibes, catch me at Crew Camp Creek.
Yeah.
And candles at simplynakedcandleco.com. We ship worldwide. And I love y'all and thank y'all again for having me and, having church and fellowshipping and feeding my spirit. I feel full.
Love, bro.
Woo! If I could tell my younger self, go find something to believe in. And I'm gonna say it like this. I was a Christian coming up. I was Baptist actually. And it wasn't until last year when actually my brother Josh, he ain't here, but He invited me to church, and it changed my life. Like, what I thought I knew, I didn't know. I read the Bible through and through, never really understood it until I started going to this particular church, Church of God. Appreciate you. So I would just say find something to believe in, because
Amen.
it would change a difference of how you move, how you think, how you walk. You might obviously have still vices, but it makes you rethink when you go home at night and you have to look at yourself.
Yep.
Accountability. Take it in. You know, especially my cat. Let me give a shout out to Oreo. Oreo turned 1 year old a couple days ago.
Happy birthday.
You know, thank you. Changed my
birthday.
life, man. He waiting on me, but changed my life. And I don't have any kids, but when he came into my life, I found him running across the street, thought it was a rat. We got pulled, I pulled over, me and a cop. He was like, you take it. I said, you take it, I want a cat. You know, we saw it was a cat. He was like, if I take it, it ain't coming back. So then when I took the cat, and it's like, dang, man. No, I'm about to be stuck. I was posting, anybody want a cat on this?
Mom now.
Goddamn right.
Love that.
I was like, anybody want a cat? They thought I was playing. And then when I went home, and then he wrapped his arm around me, it was mine. So
Yeah.
Love you, Oreo.
Shout out to Oreo.
Fix Oreo.
Man, Oreo, he be tearing me up, though, boy. But yeah, Alexia Adams 24 on Instagram. Lil Lex, you know, that's the little one on X. That's before I evolved, the big Lex. Alexia on Facebook, The Reality Table. Lil Lex Enterprises, what's the plug without a socket?
Straight rocket.
That's me.
Mine is not going to be to my younger self. I'll just say this, that strength is the ability to do something. Power is the ability to know when to do it.
Say it again.
Strength is the ability to do something. But power is to know when to do it.
And discernment again.
Yeah, it's discernment. And then the last one I would say is that silence is a language.
Amen.
Sometimes just because you have something to say don't mean you always need to say it.
Respect.
So you can find me at Stevie Bags Jr. on all platforms. And you can find me at The Reality Table as well. And listen.
And BMF.
Listen, I done been in 40 different TV
But we on BMF right now.
So, you know, I really don't get caught up in that, but my sister would tell you, yeah, BMF, we just had the season finale so I don't know this one. But yeah, y'all go check it out, season 3 and season 4 BMF. Hopefully we'll be shooting season 5 here shortly. And yeah, man, we always say, peace and power, love and light. Subscribe, like, share, and we'll see y'all later. Season 4, Reality Table, what's up?
Let's shout it, mix the pain with the passion. Yeah. Shout it to this trip by accident. She just fell in love, think it's magic. Voila. Anything you want, I made it happen.